Hey guys, I have another mystery for you today. In 1944, during the height of World War II, a series of supposed gas attacks occurred in the small town of Mattoon, Illinois. Just in time for Halloween this year, I'll be taking a look at the story and possible explanations behind the mystery of the Mad Gasser of Mattoon. On the early morning of August 31st, 1944, before dawn had struck, a man by the name of Urban Rafe woke up to a strange odor. After feeling nauseous and fatigued, Urban suffered from a fit of vomiting. Thinking gas leak might be causing these symptoms, Urban's wife attempted to check the kitchen stove, but found herself partially paralyzed, unable to leave the bed. A little bit later in the morning, a neighbor found herself in a similar situation, being awoken to the sound of her daughter in a coughing fit, but unable to leave her bed to check on her daughter. A third incident was reported on the following day, September 1st. A woman by the name of Mrs. Kearney reported smelling a strong, sweet odor at 11 p.m. that night. At first, she had believed the smell to be coming from her flower garden from outside her window, but as the smell intensified, she began to lose feeling in her legs. Panicking, Mrs. Kearney called out to her sister, Mrs. Reddy, who was at the house at the time. Mrs. Reddy also determined that the smell was coming from the window. The police were then contacted, but no cause was found. That was until Bert Kearney, husband of Mrs. Kearney, came home that night. Bert was a taxi driver, so he had been absent for the attacks, but when he returned, he found an unidentified man hiding close to the house. Bert attempted to give chase, but could not catch the man. He did, however, give a description of the man being a tall man dressed in dark clothing, wearing a tight-fitting cap. This description became common among other sightings after being reported in the local newspaper. Afterwards, Mrs. Kearney suffered burning sensations on her lips and throat, supposedly caused by the gas. Throughout the next 2 weeks, many other reports of gas attacks occurred with varying descriptions. One couple came across a white cloth next to their screen door, and upon examination, the wife became violently ill. Her face began to swell, experiencing a burning sensation, and began to vomit, as well as experiencing partial paralysis in her legs, like the other victims. Afterwards, she hypothesized that the cloth might be used to knock out the dog, so the gasser could gain easier access to their house. A well-used skeleton key and an almost empty tube of lipstick was found nearby as well, but no trace of chemicals was found on the cloth. On the same night, another woman reported seeing a stranger break into her house and attempting to gas her. Over rising concerns, the FBI eventually got involved, and physical evidence began to rise as well, such as footprints and tears in the window screens being found. By September 12th, so many false alarms had been called into the police, so they had to issue a statement and decrease the priority of the gas attacks. After the statement, reports drastically decreased. The only one of note was a woman by the name of Bertha Birch, who claimed she saw a woman dressed as a gasser. Those are just a few reports of the 20-some that happened in Mattoon over that 2-week period, but I just want to give you guys a brief look at what happened. So, were these events caused by some madman going around gassing people, or were they caused by something else? Sometime beforehand, a German soldier was imprisoned in a nearby town, and he escaped, so he could have been going around terrorizing people for some reason. Another idea was that there was a teenager pranking and getting revenge on teachers and classmates of theirs. Another idea was that there was a leak from a nearby chemical plant, but no workers there ever suffered any issues, and the company denied any wrongdoing on their part. The third idea was that the whole thing was caused by mass psychosis due to fears of the ongoing war. If you guys don't know what mass psychosis is, it's very similar to a placebo effect, but affecting a large group of people, causing them to all imagine something that's not there. It'd be like if you started acting sick, and then your friend nearby starts thinking that they're sick too. There could have been possibly a mixture of these things going on, such as gas leak that causes a couple people to have issues, and then other people think that something bad is happening to them, or someone playing a prank again on other people and thinking that they're getting gassed as well. But if you guys have stuck around this long, I just want to thank you for watching. I hope to improve my videos in the future, and hopefully I can upload more often. I have some other ideas for videos and shorts in the future, so it'd mean a lot to me if you guys check them out. But again, I just want to end with thanking you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.